Ready to rock and roll.
So we're going to knock up a bit of HB12 now, guys.
A bit of HB.
And Joel's going to show me how to apply it onto this wall here.
That's all it does, conveyor machine. So whatever's in here, it'll pump it through the pipe and back out the other end.
Right.
So whatever's in there, that's what it'll do. We try to keep the pipes clear, and the hopper itself, render cleans off it easy.
Yeah,
so
sure.
That's exactly the same with this.
So what would cause a blockage then, typically?
If you had shit gearing, so if you mixed it up and it had lumps in it, won't mix properly. Okay. Or if it just had habits in front bags collecting moisture.
Or if you've not cleaned your hoses out from the day before.
You've not cleaned your hoses, yeah, that's it. Always clean your hoses, they're important, man. They're important. I always test mine before I even go. Even if I know I've cleaned them, I'll still run water through them.
Right.
And through my air. I do water through both because I want to make sure they're both clear. I've done it before where I've set up jobs before and then like my air hose has been fucking blocked. So every time I clean it, I put water through, and every time I start, I put water through. That's just the rule I do. So this is the air. So once the machine, the compressor's turned on, and everything's all connected up tightly, the machine's controlled by the air.
Okay.
So when you open the air, the machine kicks up. The air comes. The compressor will turn on. The mixing shaft will turn on.
So it's automatic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you turn this off, it shuts the machine down. So it's always controlled by the air from the gun. That's how it works. Certain guns have shut-off valves, so the material stops. So if you stop that now, it'll take a few seconds for it to eventually stop coming out. Just because it's in action, it's moving. Okay. But if you get a shut-off valve, shut in, it stops it straight away. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just keeps it a bit tighter. This hasn't got a shut-off valve on. This here is just where you can adjust how far your air is in and out. This needle goes up and down in there. Further out you have it, the more direct it'll be. Further back you have it, the wider spread it'll be. So on the gun, you've got a distance inside, so you've got an airline inside there. If I push it right up, you can see it come to the end there. What it is, you can change the depth for that. The difference in depth changes how it comes out at the end. So let me get it where I like it. Yeah, that'll do me. Putting it in and it's locked in. That's it. That's how it's going to spray now. You ready, Stu?
Let's do it.
There we go. And you hear it come through? Boom. Let's go. There you go. That's it. As easy as that, man. Nice tight band. Lovely. Unbelievable. So that's a metre square.
Yeah. That went on fast.
So a metre done.
So is there a particular method to how you apply it? Is it left to right? And
no, whichever way you want to go, you can go. But my advice is this: you start with a bottom band, so you can draw an outline. You'll see a lot of people when they're spraying will draw an outline. So they'll go, let's say they'll come down the end of the bead, they'll go across the bottom, and they'll go up so far, and they'll go across. Then we come back down and we start building up, filling that in. Okay. So we do an outline, then we fill it in. Yeah. That's what we do. And I find by going from bottom up, people ask me why don't I spray from top down. Gravity, mate, that's why I do it, because if I'm spraying top down and there's nothing for the top band to fall into, it's just going to hit the deck. Yeah. So if I start from the bottom and I start building up like that, it falls into the next band below it. And so, are you overlapping the bands a little bit? Yeah. So you want to aim to hit, like you'll figure out when the render hits the wall, it spreads. Yeah. You want to be aiming enough so that when you hit the wall, it spreads into the next one. Okay. That's it. So you're going to have a go now.
Let's have a go. So I'm literally twisting this red nozzle.
That'll turn it on. Yeah. And did you see my distance? Did you see how close I was?
I did, yeah. Probably you can change, 8 inches or something.
Yeah, you can change it in and out all you want. So come start off where you're going to go. Bend your knees a bit. All right, and you want to be aiming around here. And I want you to go to like here. Okay. So go across to there. And then I want you to cut, and work your way like a zigzag going across. Aim in your line. Don't go quick and move with it. So I want you to move with it. Not just point it. Yeah, move along with it. Move your body. Move your body with it. Get them hips going. That's it. Get closer. There it comes. There you go. Bit closer. There you go, mate. Move a bit faster. There you go. Perfect. There you go. That's a nice wide spread. Now I want you to get a bit closer. There you go. See the band now tightening up? Yeah, that's it, mate. Try a bit closer if you want. There you go. Yeah, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Keep going. And when you're ready to stop, I want you to turn the air off, but still leave the gun pointing at the wall. Okay. Look at that. Yeah, beauty. Right, now swirl it around and all that dribble will go onto the wall.
Done.
Yeah. Mate, you sprayed your first
How's
ball.
that for a first bash?
Mate, fucking crushed it. Proper crushed it, mate.
That's the first bash. I've never sprayed it.
That's sound. That's sound. Did you notice when you went in a bit more, your bands were getting tighter?
Yes.
At first they were quite gappy, then as you got here, you can see them getting tighter. And that's your aim there, consistently like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can see the difference. From the bottom to the top, how wide they are. That's just because of the gap. But the more you spray, the more you get into it, the more confident you'll get. You'll just be on that. You'll just know straight away, you'll be like, right, because walls are different, aren't they? One part of the wall needs building up more.
Yes.
Other parts are thin. So you'll know, like, yeah, that bit's pagged there, so I need to get in a bit closer and make sure I build it up a bit slower.
So if this was a brick, someone's house, and this was bare brick, what sort of depth do we need for the first pass?
So it depends how you do your systems, but for me, if I'm doing a 10mm system, the first pass for me is about 6 or 7mm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the second pass is like 3 or 4 to finish. That's it.
So what's the next step here now? What would we do next?
Roll this up.
Right.
Roll it up. Soaking wet. We've got a load of gear in there. Well, actually, that might be all right for next spray. But yeah, this is what we use, serrated edges.
Why do you use serrated?
So a couple of reasons. It can get the air out, air pockets, because when you spray, obviously we're using air, so it can get trapped behind the render sometimes. So when you're using this, it helps eliminate air pockets. But also, I like to use it because it just shows you the depth. Okay. Like you get to see where you've missed and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So good piece of kit. Not many people know about these, but yeah, they're banging.
Where can we get these straight edges, Joel?
From here, from Predator. We sell these. We sell Predator. We've got some tools coming out. Predator Pro. Okay. Render tool range, that's coming out, and we're going to have our own ones of these branded up. Okay. So for us, it's like, if I were rendering, I wouldn't even touch this now. I'd keep going. I just keep going.
How much would you typically get on before you start thinking, right, I need to start rolling up?
For me, looking at it, probably at least 1 or 2 lifts of a scaffolding. So if you imagine I'm doing a gable end, I'd do the peak and a lift below. Yeah. That'd be my spray, and then I'd rule that, and then I'd drop down and do the next lift and the next lift, and that'd be it. So
and then obviously you'd be governed by like the weather.
Yeah, if it's windy.
If it's hot, for example.
Hot,
so you just
windy.
play it by ear and touch test it like you would any other.
That's it. Yeah. Last thing you want to do is get caught offside, mate, with too much jump ball in it. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? But I think when you learn your products and you know what kind of products you're using, so I know with certain ones I use, I've got more time. So X32, I know I've got loads of time. Okay. You know, this can pick up kind of quick, but it comes back as well. It's nice gear.
I've seen that you've embedded some mesh on some previous demos. Is the next step to embed mesh into this one, or?
So I'll show you a system right now. A lot of people probably don't know about. To be fair, I'll show you it now. Have we got like a metre squared worth of mesh or all? Yeah, get you a bit. Yeah. I'll show you a system, mate, of what I would do. Wet it always. Keep your tools wet, and then.
Just run us through what you're doing again, Joel.
So I'm going up the render. It's nice and wet, it's nice and light. I'm not putting no pressure on. And all this does is eliminate any voids. You see how flat I've got it? Yeah. Not opening it up. Same with plastering. If you've got an open trowel, you're taking it off, aren't you? Yeah. So you close your trowel when you're flattening in. So you close your serrated when you're rolling up. Keep it there. I only jiggle because it moves the gear about a bit. Yeah. You don't have to do that.
I'm a jiggler as well.
You like jiggling it?
I'm a jiggler, yeah.
So that was mine, this is yours, what you did. So you see there's only a little bit more gaps in that, it's just because the spray one, you change the spray from the top to the bottom. Yeah. So it's alright, we'll just move gear onto it.
I suppose the joy of having the serrated edge as well, it's showing you where your misses are, isn't it?
Exactly what it's for. It's exactly what we do.
And you can reapply using the straight edge.
Yeah, I just put it back on like that. Yeah,
just fill it back out.
Yeah, fill it back up. Now this wall isn't the fly, so I don't want to go sideways on it, but generally you would rule across as well. Don't just go up, go across. You want to try and get every line the same in all directions. That means it's nice and flat.
I'm looking at the consistency of this, and I'm thinking if this was hand applied, it would probably be all over the floor. Like,
Yeah. You won't be able to put it on like that.
I think the fact that it's being sprayed, are you getting more of a bite when it's hitting the
Yeah,
surface?
that's what it does, yeah. That's what it does. It actually, I found that it's better when it's sprayed than hand applying. It just goes straight on, mate, lovely. And it's a consistent thickness.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're laying on with a trowel, everyone puts it on different. So if you're doing it as a team, and I'm like rendering with someone else, I might get it on 10 mil, they might get it on 5. When we come to ruling it, it causes problems. So if we're spraying it, we all know the depth's going to be the same person sprayed it, we're all ruling it. See what I mean? Going different ways on it.
Are you keeping it slightly wetter than you normally would so you can get more on as well?
Yeah. Slows down the time, and also we don't want to work too hard. That's the whole point. We want to make our life easier. We don't want to be working hard, do we? Ruling up rock hard gear. It's no good. So if you look, that's it. That's beauty, that. That's ready. That's cushy, that. This gear, well, I've just ruled on there. I can put it straight back in the machine. It'll be alright, that. No way. I'll just push it back through again. Get this on. Cushion it.
The old bog brush.
Old bog brush. What is that? So this is the trowel. We're going to have our own trowels at Predator Pro. So watch the branding. We're going to have our own. Got some mesh prepared. Now this is still for me quite wet, but I'm just going to show you how you embed it. I'd wait for it to pick up even a little bit more to tell the truth, but all you want to do, push it on surface, and that's it. She's in place, yeah. Use a trowel or a spat. I'm going to use my trowel. Lightly over. Lightly over. You don't want to start messing about with it.
You don't want to compress it because you lose your levels.
Exactly. So there you go. That's how you put mesh on. Now, a couple of separate things about this, yeah. There's 2 ways you can do it. So if this was a second pass of base coat, so I'll put a key coat on already, and this is my second pass, yeah. I can put the mesh at the top, do what I've done here, let it all start to pull in, and then I can get my power float and power float that on.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll finish it with just a skim coat of base at the top of the mesh. That's a good way to do it if you want to be quick.
Yeah.
Other people, what they might do there is leave that, take out the lines and stuff like that, and then what they'll do then is next day skim over it with another layer of base coat and then rub the base coat up. So that's it. So your base coat, you always want to get most of your work done in the first coat, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And the second one, you want to make your life easier. So yeah.
This base coat you mentioned earlier, HB12.
Yeah.
You can actually use it as a to finish with.
Yeah,
right?
so people can paint it. You can paint it, mate. It finishes up like sand and cement, so you can paint it. But generally, we use HB12 to receive top coat,
a top coat,
thin coat.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You primer it, and then you just spray on or you hand apply on and rub it up.
Yes.
Obviously, this ain't going to shoot off, so I can't show you it finishing. But generally, that's how we have it on. And then we'll get a power float onto that or a sponge onto that, and it's level, flat, and that's it. You'd leave that to pick right up, power float on it, boom, 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 and then you just go on. You're on. You're lovely.
So for anyone that's interested in getting involved with spray render products and potentially purchasing a machine, what would you say were some of the biggest selling points, the biggest pros against traditional hand applying renders? What convinced you to get involved with it?
If you want to get into it for a reason, it's to save your body, innit? You don't want to be mixing up all the time on a scaffolding with loads of bags, loading up with bags, loading up with water. Loads of lads around you doing it. For me, it's the simplicity of just putting it in a machine, spraying it onto the wall to the right thickness. Consistency is key in anything you do. So with the spray being consistent is a big thing. And just to save your body, you see I haven't got an handboard. Yeah. Holding an handboard constantly like that, then bending down and loading it up. I don't want to do any of that. So for me, once I start using machines, that's it, mate. Yeah. Done. You know what I mean? I won't go back. So,
I mean, I can imagine, for example, if we were hand applying all this area, you'd have a big sweat on by now, wouldn't you?
Oh, graft, mate, yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even do it.
Especially at, how thick did you say this was? 8 mil? 6 mil?
So this, if you check, I can use the trowel and just show you, you know, what's that there?
I'd say it's got to be at least 6-7 mil, hasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good for a first pass.
So to hand apply that and get it level, you'd be sweating.
Yeah, it'd be graft.
Yeah, it'd be pure.
It'd be hard work. Well, you've got 8 mil, 7, 8 mil there, 6, 7, 8 mil, whatever. Yeah, that's a perfect first coat.
Yeah.
And then your second one to go over to finish it at 10 mil on a thin coat system is perfect. You know what I mean? We could have got that to 10 mil if we wanted to. No problem at all. Not a problem. And that's the beauty of it. And applying that, we'd have to have the gear a lot thicker. And we'd just be like that, grafting it onto the wall, wouldn't we?
Yes.
And it'd start off thick where we start and thinner where we come off. And then what you got to do then when you rule it, you've got to move it about again. It's just hard work, mate. If you've seen how effortless it was.
It was, I mean, again, that was my very first go. I've never ever sprayed anything like this before.
Yeah, that's it. And what did you think?
I found it easy. Yeah, found it easy.
You know what I mean? So, and it'll spray anything. So you like sand and cement, it'll spray sand and cement. You just get your consistency, drop it in the machine.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's why I love my Optimix. My next job, I've got a 6 mil system. So if you look at it, I've got 170 meters to go, right? It's 6 mil. And I think it'll only use 40 odd bags to cover that. Something like that. Anyway, I'm sure it's around that figure. I ain't going to get a big machine out for that because it'll put it on too thick. I use my Optimix.
Yeah.
2 coats at 3 mil. That's what I'll do. 2 passes, 3 mil each pass. So I'm going to base coat the full house, and I'll come back, do it again, mesh at the top, and then what I'll do then is power flow it up. I'll fly through the job, and it'll be easy. And I could do it with just me and one guy. So
let's say someone's interested now, and they might, be thinking about purchasing one of these.
Yeah.
And they have problems with the machine. What sort of aftercare can you offer?
The best. Call us up. We do it already now. We sort people out all the time now to ring us up. But with this one, you'll get minimal problems. You'll get no problems with it because it's very easy to use. Anyone could use this, mate. Spark this up and you're off. It's the easiest machine. When it comes to our bigger machines like the Sprinter and that, they're a bit more complex, and you need to, bear with them, bear with yourself more than them, because it's always user fault. It's not the machine's fault. And the reality is just believing in the fact of how thin you can have it. Because a lot of the time people block these up because they try to run it thick. But you ring us up, ring me, ring Si, or you can ring Dave, and we'll help you out.
So if the machine were to break down, for example, and it needed to be repaired, do you guys have to sort of send it off, or do you do it in-house?
Send it to us, mate. We've got
all the repairs here, yeah?
Everything here, mate. We've got a servicing bay, we've got a repair bay. Obviously, we've got aftercare, we've got training. All this, what you're in now, what you can see, is all getting done up to train. So we're not just going to be teaching people on the machines only. We're going to be showing them how to actually handle the gear when it's done through a machine. So it's different. It's different. When I hand apply gear and I spray it, it's a different process.
Yeah.
And we're going to show people that when they buy a machine off us. You know what I mean? So basically, we're not just going to get a machine and go there. We want you to come here. We want you to show you how to use what you're spraying, how it reacts. And that's the difference, you know what I mean?
I've just had a little 5-minute crash course there.
Yeah.
Already I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of this sand and cement forever.
Oh, mate.
I've tried this HP12.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, mate.
It's so light as well.
It's beauty. It's beauty.
And the fact you can just knock it up with your paddle mixer.
Mate, all the additives are in here already. You don't have to start adding in, what do you put in it, defrost? What's it called? You put in it, de-ice?
Yeah, we put waterproofer in there.
Yeah.
We put, retarder in there sometimes to slow it down.
Yeah, so you can put retarder in these as well. And you can put accelerator in them as well.
Right.
Obviously, it comes through a dorsal on the machine. Some people put it directly into the water, but you can. But the reality is, it's knowing what you can do with your material once it's sprayed. You know what I mean? I'd keep going. I want to touch on this for now. It's still soaking. Look.
So you've just shown me some HP12. What other products can be put through this machine? Everything
can go in this. So you can do monocouche, sand and cement. You can put lime. Anything that can be hand applied.
Internal plasters?
Not gypsum, so not multi-finish.
Okay, what about hardwall, for example?
Yeah, hardwall will go through it, mate.
Can spray
hardwall will go through this, mate. Anything that goes through a machine, that can be machine applied, will go through here. The only thing I wouldn't spray is multi-finish because I think it's just horrible anyway. Why would you want to spray it? You know what I mean?
I think that's the general consensus as well, isn't it?
But base coats, any type of monocouche, sand and cement, anything like that can be pumped through here. Even if you've got a floor screed to do, it's a conveying machine. If you mix up your floor screed in a bucket outside to consistent you want it, pour it in here, mate. It'll just pump out, my friend.
Okay.
So anything you want, you can do it.
How do people get in touch, mate, if they want more information?
So just get in touch with us at Predator. You can get in touch with me, you can get in touch with Si, Dave Anderson, Danny. She works in the office and boxes it off. So there's loads of us. There's loads of us here. We're all over the internet. So
we've got Si here. Si, what's your job here at Predator?
Deal with machines, training, sales, and any maintenance that needs doing with them. Anyone that needs any questions will give me a ring, or I'll go out to site and help them out. So we do our on-site training, and if anyone does need us to go out as many times as they want, we'll go out until they're confident with the machine.
Okay, so you do on-site visits as well, support the lads that way as well.
Yeah.
What are your plans for in here then, mate? You're doing some changes, Joel mentioned.
Yeah, we're getting it all reboarded. We're having all new lighting, cameras, repainted, so it's a proper training setup.
Brilliant.